Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Ranting with Rodimus, ladies and germs, boys and girls, children and senior citizens of all ages. It is I, the one and only Rodimus Prime, with Mainstream Malcolm over here.
Hey.
War Machine MJ on camera.
What's up?
And it's a lot I want to talk about today.
Yeah, let's start with you going maskless for this.
Yeah, I'm actually going maskless because we're not doing 3 count just yet as we are recording this.
Yeah, besides that, they need to put a face to a show, and we're going to let you go off bag because your face is ugly enough. It's noticeable.
Shut
up. Come on, it's eye-catching. It's like a train wreck. They can't look away.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I mentioned, this is a new episode of Ranting with Rodimus. And I debated on what I want to talk about. The shit going on at the University of Maryland. But that's a little too depressing. Thoughts and prayers go to Jordan McNair's family. And I must say that Coach Durkins, DJ Durkins, what kind of name is that?
Sounds badass.
Durkins. He deserved to be fired.
Yeah, he deserves to be fired. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. I'm here to talk about the Central Florida Knights, the University of Central Florida.
They number 12.
They're number 12. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about the Uncrowned National Champions.
Yes. As Malcolm is looking at my notes here for my podcast, as we are recording this, the college football playoff rankings came out Tuesday. The first batch of college football playoff rankings. We're in first batch.
Yeah.
The first edition of the rankings came out here in week 10 as we enter week 10. And the top 4 are, of course, Alabama, Clemson, LSU, and Notre Dame. The last 2 out are Michigan and Georgia. And let me see that for a sec, please, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
As we're looking at this, Central Florida is ranked 12th. 12th. Other teams ranked before them: Oklahoma, Washington State, Kentucky, Florida, Ohio State, and Florida. Now, this was the same team who... I
got Fresno State's on the list now.
I know.
In Virginia.
Yeah. But anyway, this was the same team who considered themselves the 2017 national champion. And they actually showed that. They actually got that hanging on where the press box is. Did you see that?
Oh, they actually have shirts for that, though.
They have what?
Shirts for that shit, too.
Yeah, they actually got it on their wall by the press box. It says 2017 national champion. You're not the national champion, you fucking kumquats. Fucking asshole.
Yes, it's clean thanks to your notes.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, getting back to this, you're not the national champion. Because last time I checked, the 2 teams that were in the championship game were Georgia and Alabama. And who won? Oh yeah, Alabama. So they are the real national champion. Now granted, Central Florida is a good team. Their record says so. The way they play speaks for itself. But, again, you're not the national champion. Is this big debate on whether they should get into the playoff or not?
Dude, they're going to get fucked on.
And let me read their schedule before I keep going on. Let me run down their schedule and the remaining games, okay?
Please do that, sir.
At UConn, they won 56-17.
Yeah, they just destroyed their ass.
South Carolina State, at home, 38-0. North Carolina, it was canceled due to the hurricane.
Hurricane Florence, by the way.
Florida Atlantic, at home. They had 3, after that game, they had 3 home games against Florida Atlantic, Pitt, and SMU.
And they all won that shit.
They all won. Florida Atlantic, 56-36. Pitt, 45-14. SMU, 48-20. Then they had 2 back-to-back road games at that against Memphis and East Carolina. They should have lost to Memphis.
They barely won that shit.
31-30 and 37-10. And last night, as we are recording this, they defeated Temple 52-40. Their remaining games are at home against Navy, Cincinnati, and at South Florida.
So they 9-0 right now.
Some schedule you have. Everybody talks about Alabama's got a weak schedule. LSU's got a weak schedule. Georgia, Clemson. This shit is weak. They don't play nobody.
They're in the American Conference. They're in the American Athletic Conference. They have nobody in there that's good enough.
And they keep talking about how they don't want to play quality teams. How can, no disrespect to your schedule, but how can you play quality teams and expect to get in the 14 playoff with this shit?
And then I know that South Florida's good, Cincinnati's good, Houston's good, and all them, but you know they're not as good as Alabama, Georgia, or fucking Clemson, or fucking Notre Dame, or like fucking West Virginia, or anybody like that.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
Moral of the story is what this guy is saying here. You're not in the conversation for the national title.
If you were, you would get fucked on it.
You are. I've been thinking about this. If you put Central Florida in the SEC right now, I guarantee you half that league would beat them. I put my money on Missouri, and they
Arkansas would beat their ass.
Tennessee beat their ass.
Arkansas would beat their ass.
Alabama would wipe the field with them. I put my money on Missouri, and they ain't won a conference game all year.
Really?
You know, you guys know how I feel about the subject. I say let UCF have their way. Let them fight Alabama. Alabama's going to stomp them out like a cigarette. Cheap and easy.
LSU did the same thing.
Oh, anybody can do it.
Again,
I bet Syracuse beat their ass.
Auburn will find ways to fuck it up.
No.
Yes.
We win.
Yes.
They find ways to fuck it up, but I'd take Auburn over South Florida.
Yeah,
Central Florida.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we'd be the favorite, but we'd still find ways to fuck it up.
Because of
Yeah.
us.
This was the same team that beat us in the Peach Bowl last year. Let's not forget that.
I mean, we didn't really want to be there. We was just like bombed out after the SC championship. We was just like, we don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, moral of the story is
Iowa State's ranked too.
for the fact that this team considers themselves national champion and didn't play in the game, you're not national champion. And their athletic director is still making his case by saying, oh, we're in the conversation with Clemson or LSU or Alabama. No, you're not.
Just don't be delusional.
No, you're not. Because if you actually had a quality schedule, there would be no debate on whether you should be in the playoff or not. Again, Central Florida's a good team. They're ranked. They deserve to be where they are. But you're not in the top 4. Stop. Stop it. Like, seriously, like, how
Stop doing it.
How can you sit here and say, like, bro, this schedule just flabbergasts.
Flabbergasts you.
Thank you. This schedule just, I can't even get my words right just looking at the schedule.
It's just weak.
It's just weak as fuck. It's weak. And people say Alabama's got a weak schedule.
They do though.
They do, but it's not as weak as this. At least they play actual teams.
Yeah.
At least Michigan and Notre Dame and teams like them actually play people.
Yeah.
To want to be in that conversation. Like, how can you justify this shit? You can't. So at the end of the day, whether something magically happens to where they get in the top 4, you're still not in the top 4. You're not in the conversation with Alabama, Clemson, LSU, Notre Dame. You're not going to the national championship. You're not the national champion. Take that shit down. Take it down.
Your conference is trash.
Well, I won't say all that.
Yes, I'd say all that.
What?
SEC is dominate.
Well, I ain't paid attention to the AAC, but anyway.
I've been
It's trash.
You haven't watched.
Exactly. If it's not SEC, it can FUCKOFF.
Whatever he said.
Okay, fuck off. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are.
do
Which
y'all
one
have
did you
any
spell?
last comments about this? About the national champion Central Florida Knights?
You're not champions. Okay.
Again, this was the same team that actually had didn't they have a parade for this shit?
Yes.
They did?
Yes. They had a parade after they beat us.
War Machine, do you have any last comments on this?
Feed them to Bama. Show them that they don't want Bama. I mean, I'm not a Bama fan, but, you
They don't
know.
even have to play against Alabama. They can play against LSU or Notre Dame, and they get fucked on immediately.
No. Give them exactly what they want. They want Bama. Simple as that.
Every team wants Bama, and look how Alabama's playing. That's
Exactly.
why they're number 1.
You know they got a weak schedule.
But anyway,
Exactly. They're like that one line from AJ's theme song. They don't want none.
no, they don't. But until then, until Central Florida actually plays some quality teams and actually gets into the championship and actually wins, you're not national champion. So stop.
Yeah, stop, please.
Anyway, this has been Ranting with Rodimus. I'm Rodimus Prime with War Machine MJ and Mainstream Malcolm. We will see you motherfuckers next time.